Hi, Hop High School. Welcome back to 2020. Every time I say that out loud, it kind of sounds like we're in the future a little bit. 2020, for most of my life, felt like a distant number deep into the future, but here we are. I hope you had a wonderful break. You grabbed onto whatever it is you were hoping to get out of the break, whether it was relaxation, reflection, rejuvenation, whatever it may have been. I spent a ton of time thinking about a lot of different things, philosophically, thinking about what we do here on a daily basis, thinking about my life, thinking about a whole host of things. If the New Year's anything for you like it is for me, it's really a chance to think anew. And so I've been thinking a lot about the ways in we support our young people to evolve and develop. And excited about what the 2020s or the 20s are going to bring to Hot High School because I think we got a lot of exciting things to do and move forward on quickly. I'm eager also to talk about our role more broadly about supporting students, and we'll continue to do that work, thinking about students' holistic support as we go on throughout the year. In leading a school in 2020, there just are so many competing priorities, and sometimes I find my head spinning a little bit about the ways that we can think about what is the right next step to take, and it's complicated. And I invite you to understand that about my brain in this space because it is work that I take seriously. But I'm always kind of thinking about what is the right next move in the really broad context of what we do here on a daily basis. I know I have work to do to get better here at my job, and I'm excited and committed to doing that. All right, on to a couple of exciting things, or really one exciting thing, and then a bunch of logistical things. And I appreciate you taking the time to watch this message and make sure that you're up to speed on what you need to be up to speed on. First, most excited news to share with you is that Senior Benjamin Coiro, who was out for the entire year thus far in order to receive cancer treatment, yesterday on Monday returned to school cancer free. Certainly, he's on a path to recovery and regaining all of his strength, but he is cancer free. He is here, and I couldn't be more excited and proud of what he's been able to do over this fall and really to push through. He's a wonderful young man, and I hope that serves kind of as a reminder of the perspective of what we do here. We go arm to arm with people who are in some of the most trying moments of their life, and we walk through it with them, and in a lot of ways are in awe of what they're able to do. All right, moving forward into some logistical things. Um, I wanted to deliver it in this way, so I didn't send a really long email, and I hope you're able to get point by point, maybe take some notes down of things that are things that you might need to respond to as a result. So first off, thank you for those of you who participated in the walk and talks. Done about a dozen of them so far, and really appreciate those of you who reached out to spend some time with me, and also to both hear a little bit about me, but more, I've really just loved listening to people's trajectories and their stories and their ideas about where we could go here at Hauppauge High School. So thank you to those of you who have. Doors open. Please set up some time with Ruth, and happy to get to know each of you a little bit more deeply. All right, it is time. We are about to launch IDs here at Hauppauge High School. So in the next couple of days, we'll be launching it out. Probably third period on Thursday, maybe third period on Friday. We'll be launching it out for students, and we'll be asking third period teachers to distribute them. We will provide them in an envelope to third period teachers to do so. And for staff, we're asking that you come to my office, interact with Ruth about your ID, give your new ID in, and she'll take your old ID. And we're hoping that that you can do that as quickly as possible. On Friday afternoon, your old IDs will be shut off. I know, interesting. All right, another logistic testing center. We sent out an email pre-break. There's really a need for us to do that work and to establish some of those protocols in response to some things that we just need to take care of and tighten up. Really applaud Grace for the way that she has handled the ongoing shifts there, but also just the volume that exists in the testing center, and want to offer that public acknowledgement. And also think that there are lots of people who've reached out with questions. We think we've addressed those questions, so please let us know if you continue to have questions related to this space. Quotes. So I sent out a couple emails with some quotes. We'll be sending out one final email with a list of quotes that we are planning to get printed out and then distributed around the building again. All of these things are just small things that we're doing that maybe have a little bit of an impact on the way that students experience our building. Certainly, there are lots and lots of things that we could put up on the walls, and we'll continue to make those improvements aesthetically. But I hope you appreciate the quotes, and thank you to those of you who have provided with some. I think they've helped to offer some motivation and some importance to our hallways. They're within our hallways. And again, overall, the aesthetics are going to be kind of continuing to make a step up. We really appreciate the awning. That was a partnership between myself, Al Arnold, Jackie Pirro, Ernesto Razzini, who, if you haven't met, has taken over for Al Arnold in the last couple months. And we're just excited to continue to take steps forward whenever the opportunities present in as budgetarily sensible way as possible. All right. Before break, I also offered 2 postings, one the AP and IB postings. My phone is ringing. That's awkward. I didn't think through that part of it. But the IB position is available as a result of Ellen Ryan stepping away from working in that position. And I sent this in an email previously in November. But Ellen, thank you so much for the immense leadership you've demonstrated in the IB space and the way that you've brought the program and continued to cultivate the program over the last half dozen years or so. And we're excited to build on the foundation that you helped to create, on top of all those who have been deeply involved in the IB program as well. Simultaneously, we sent out a posting around a position to help us orchestrate and coordinate our AP work. And so please, if you have any questions related to each of those postings, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm excited to see who puts their hand up and how we might be able to continue to evolve our programming in both AP and IB space. Finally, there's been some, desire to spend some time with admin and spend some time within people that that work with kids directly and manage caseloads. So just a reminder, Joy's caseload, she works with some really unique situations, and we will figure out how to distribute that caseload list a little bit more broadly. Christy works with 9th and 10th graders, and then Joe works with 11th and 12th graders, though there's some overlap and regular overlap during that in those caseloads. I say all that because during midterm week, we're going to provide some kind of open office hour time. If you have questions about a particular student or you have questions about a particular circumstance, we're all going to be kind of holed up in a room together during midterms for you to come down, spend some time asking questions about specific cases so that we can really make sure that you have as much information as is necessary and appropriate in working with certain students, either of concern or maybe just students you have questions about. All right. Well, I think that covers what I was hoping to cover in this email. Listen, Dennis and Carolyn will come and probably chat with us sooner than later about a couple of really of interesting things. They will share a video that's been cultivated with some of our students over the last couple of years that's really powerful. And secondarily, they'll be sharing some data that is, I think, really a huge kudos to you and the work that you do in classes every day and the work that you do with our students about just the level of achievement and growth that our students have had over these last few years, but really broadly and more the Hauppauge high school experience over many, many years. So kudos to you. With that, I guess that's it for signing off. Happy New Year. This is going to be a very, very exciting time for us. And thank you for being on this journey toward cultivating a school that really thinks about students holistically and supports them to be their own storytellers in really powerful ways, intellectually, socially, emotionally, and in many other domains. Thank you. Happy New Year.